Key takeaways from today's loss to the Milwaukee Brewers from the Mets, and trust me, they're ugly. First of all, bad teams like the Mets are just going to keep on finding new ways to lose. The Mets have now lost 11 of their last 12 and are now only 8 above 500. In none of the Mets' previous slumps have they ever been 8 above 500. They have basically made it so that now if they play 500 the rest of the way, they're not making the playoffs. Second of all, Stearns' trade deadline was even worse than I thought. I wasn't too happy with him at first because Stearns didn't get any starting pitching and only got one bat. That wasn't even that good. But at least it seemed like he got reliable relievers. Well, Helsley blew the save the day after he served up a 2-run homer, and Diaz, who was always a Met, but still, Diaz then allowed a walk-off home run to end the night in the loss. So the Mets' super bullpen is actually starting to look like it's paper, and to make it even worse, we didn't even know about this because the Mets had so few leads to protect. Starters not being able to go deep into games is a problem. 53 games where only one starter has ever made it through the sixth. But at the same time, you had to pull Sean Manaea because he was stinking it up. It's just that the Mets have to be better, and they needed a better starting rotation. 5.5 games back of the Phillies, so at this point, the division is pretty much out of reach. And, you know, with only a 1.5 game lead on the Reds, it's absolutely imperative that Mets fans cheer on the Phillies, basically conceding the division, but at the same time allowing the Mets to have a better chance of making the wild card round. Finally, I don't think the Mets are ever turning it around. I think this is who they are. If they were going to turn it around, they would have done so already. I think the Mets missed the playoffs and they finished below 500, capping off a historical collapse, possibly the biggest in MLB history, depending on how bad it is.